What's up, YouTube? Musty Hobbit back again, and I realize it's been a couple of weeks since the last time I've posted my most recent collection chronicles, so I thought now, being the end of 2015, would be a good opportunity to sort of let you know where I'm at. As most of you may have already noticed, this is kind of a different setting here. I have actually relocated game rooms within my house, so I actually have a little bit more of a dedicated space than I had previously, hence the paint color change and sort of the layout that sort of allows you to see a little bit more of the collection. So I'll be doing my videos for the most part in this area of my basement. I actually have another section over for some of the more modern things on non-CRT televisions and that sort of thing. More to come in that. I will talk about a game room tour maybe at some point in 2016, which is kind of what I wanted to talk about. Both I wanted to use this as an opportunity to kind of put a mile marker down so you know where I'm at, what I'm focusing on, and then what my goals are as far as collecting for 2016. So as some of you may have known, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. Please feel free to check out some of the stuff I posted before. The main things that I'm collecting for are the original Xbox, which is something I really kind of picked up steam in May and June of 2015. I have quite a few, and these shelves go down to the floor here, but right now I'm sitting at 197 unique original Xbox titles. I have a couple that I have the regular version and the collector's edition, so I'm not counting those twice, but right now I'm at 197 on that list, and I am working toward eventually a full set, which I believe is somewhere in the high 800s. I think the number 888 got thrown around if you don't count platinum hits versions and things like that, which I'm not really too concerned about that at this point. That's going to take me a while to get there. So that's sort of the underlying, that those games tend to be less expensive, so those games tend to be more available. So I tend to pick those up with more frequency. The two larger lists that I'm working on, and the ones that I've kind of put a lot of effort into, especially just over the last couple of weeks, and will kind of be my focus going into the new year, are the top 100 NES games and Super Nintendo games as deemed by IGN. So a few years back, IGN and put together a consensus list of those two systems and declared their top 100. Not all of these are games that I have played. Not all of these are games that I've ever even seen or been in the presence of. But the thing about this list, and the reason why I'm shooting for these lists, is that these games are considered the best of the best. And it's pretty well. There's not a lot of questions coming out of those lists when it comes to that. So I figure if I can at least knock those out, I'm not then picking up games just because they're rare, but because they're horrible. They may be rare, and there are some rare games on both lists, but I'm picking them out because they are good. And so that's what I really like to focus on. So where I am right now, you can kind of see some of the NES right in this region here. I stand right now at 77 of that top 100. I am working on a couple things to try and line up to get moving forward there. Now, what I'd like to say by the end of 2016, if I can get to 90 of that top 100, I'd be pretty happy there. There are some pretty significant hitters on that list, stuff that is going to cost a pretty penny to pick up. I am not in a hurry to purchase Little Samson unless it happens to fall into my lap. I'm certainly not going to be spending the whatever it's going for right now. It's kind of startling when I look at the cost of that. The other list, the Super Nintendo, that list, I am currently at 48 of that top 100. And a lot of, again, big hitters on that list, things like Evo and Earthbound, Chrono Trigger, all games that I'm absolutely want badly, but I'm going to need to kind of know where I'm at and be able to try and find those within reasonable pricing and things like that. So I'm at 77 on the NES list. I'm at 48 on the Super Nintendo list, and if I can get to maybe 55 or 60 of that Super Nintendo list, I think about one a month would be productive in working toward that goal. So aside from those two, the other big series that I collect for, and the one that I'm really kind of throwing a lot of my effort behind, is Final Fantasy. You can see over my shoulder here, and even in my old game room, I always had this visible, but I have the entirety of my Final Fantasy collection on this shelf. I adore this series. I am taking it upon myself to complete at least the home console set of this series. So from Final Fantasy 1 to Final Fantasy 14, basically anything that came out in North America on a home console, I would like to have those complete with all the inserts, manuals, maps, all of that. Previously I wasn't collecting manuals, I wasn't collecting boxes, so this is going to be a kind of a unique twist for me. But I happened to luck out today. I ran to the local store just to see what they had, just to kind of close out 2015 right, and it actually kind of put me in motion for 2016 because I came across a copy complete of Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, and it has everything down to the plastic bag around the cartridge itself. I was absolutely shocked. So you can see the inserts there. It'll pick that up in the lighting. We have both manual, maps. Blown away by the fact that this fell into my lap in the way that it did. So really kind of affirms for me that that's the right thing for me to be focusing on with regards to collecting over the next year. So I'm really going to be pushing there. So 2015, just to kind of wrap things up for you here, 2015 was really kind of the year that my collecting kind of went to the next level beyond just the occasional garage sailing or less than fruitful attempts at flea market hunting. Finding a community on Facebook like the Iowa Retro Gamer Nation has been really kind of something that has really accelerated, I think, this whole process. And really, it's nice to find a bunch of people who are like-minded, and I've talked about this in previous videos. These are people who are going to be supportive, and they have been very much so. So I look forward to 2016, where that group goes, and what sort of things come out of that. So, couple things for early in the year. Cedar Rapids, which is just north of where I'm at, is having their first Comic-Con in the first weekend of February. So I will be there for that. If you are in the area, I would encourage you to support this. They finally decided to put one together for our area. We usually don't get this type of thing. So if you're going to be around, look out for me. I'll be there. I know a couple of the vendors through the Facebook group, so I'm hoping that maybe some of the goals that I'm working toward here can be achieved a little bit, or at least worked toward at that event. So aside from that, I'm look forward to hearing from you. How has your 2015 been? Have you set any goals for yourself for 2016? And let me know in the comments. Feel free to like the video and subscribe if you aren't already. And feel free to share. I am looking forward to encouraging a dialogue with all of you who decide to pay attention to what I have to say. I hope that 2016 is going to be a good year for this channel. I have a couple of things that I acquired through gifts that I've received over the holidays and for my birthday that I think will boost some of the quality level for this channel. So I'm hoping for things like gameplay, maybe even using I got a green screen. So we'll see what comes out of that. But I am very much looking forward to 2016, and I think I think setting these goals, and I think having sort of that dedicated focus while still working toward knocking out this Xbox library, I think it's going to be a good year. So again, feel free to let me know what you think, and I again will try to comment back and talk to you guys. You can also follow me on Twitter. You can find me on Facebook. But if you are at all interested, and if you are from the Midwest or you're from Iowa, make a point of joining the group. Send me a message. Let me know. I can certainly invite you guys to join up because we tend to have a lot of fun, and we got a lot of guys in there who like talking shop and who like things, especially Rygar. They love Rygar. So anyways, I've been Musty. Happy New Year, guys. Looking forward to 2016. I've been Musty, and take care of yourself and be excellent to each other.